Welcome to Yoga for Work Stress. So today's practice is going to be all about using the techniques of yoga to stay really present on your mat. And the reason this is the first part of Yoga for Work Stress is because when I was having a lot of work stress and a really busy schedule at work, my brain was just stuck. It was stuck in a lot of negative thoughts, which were bringing up a lot of negative emotions. And the more I had that, the more it got worse. It was like confirmation bias had set in, and the more I felt horrible, the more I found horrible in my work. And it was just a downward spiral of horribleness, really. And I realized that being on my yoga mat and my yoga practice was all about being present. It was about giving myself permission to check all of those thoughts, any thoughts, at the door and really just focus on my breath and my movement and just giving myself a mind rest, letting myself just let go of all the thoughts. And it was easier to do because I had some other things to put my mind onto. So in this practice, we're going to really hone in on the techniques for clearing your mind, which seems impossible, but that's why we practice, and giving ourselves a mental break and hoping that that mental break is just enough to get our mind unstuck so we can start to let in some positive thoughts, that we can start to let go of some of the work thoughts and emotions so that we can actually enjoy the rest of the time that we're not in work. Time with our family, our friends, time by ourselves where we're just not tormented with all of those things that happened or those situations that you just can't let go of. So come to your mat today. I will help you set an intention, and I'll help you work through some techniques in yoga that will help you to give your mind a break and to be present. And here comes my helper right across the screen. Another great way to relieve work stress. So we'll let him settle down. And please find a spot on your mat where you can just sit tall and comfortable. Cross-legged spine. If you're a yogi and you want to do half lotus or full lotus, take the time to do that. Hey, go find a spot to sit. Go lay down. All right, so regardless, we're going to find a break for our mind. So sit up tall. He's going to his mat. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open up your mouth. One more like that. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top, then open your mouth and sigh it out. Feel your shoulders come down your back. If you want a couple more like that, go ahead and take it. If not, we'll find the opportunity now to close the lips and just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing on these first couple of breaths just what kind of breath you brought, and if there's anything you might do to smooth the breath out. Right now, give yourself permission to check all of your thoughts at the door. You do not need them for the next yoga session, and you can pick them up when you leave your mat if you so choose. You might even just whisper in your head, I give myself permission to take a mental break. And now we'll start to grow the breath. As you grow the breath on the inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale out the nose, let that breath go down the back body, grounding you into the mat. So right here, we're going to set our body and brains up for signals that we are calm, and we are okay. It's okay to just be here. Try to relax your shoulders. Put some weight in the elbows. Try to send the knees towards the floor in the exhales. Now let's count 4 counts in. Hold it at the top. 4 counts out. Pause and repeat. So let's see how we do here. On an inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 2 more like that. Inhales let you sit up a little taller. Exhales ground a little deeper. If you did nothing else, this right here, focusing on that air coming in the nose, air going out the nose, counting and just holding your attention right there. If you did nothing else, this is already helping your brain. All right, let's start to connect the movement and the breath. So on an inhale, we'll take the arms up overhead to touch. So inhale, keeping the 1, 2, 3, 4, flip the palms. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and close your eyes here. We're going to repeat. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, fingers touch. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that 2 more times to your own breath count. Eyes are closed, so you're really paying attention to the movement of your arms, trying to link up that movement and breath so they match to the 4 counts. And 1 more. Again, right here, if you did nothing else, all this attention going into this movement and breath is giving your mind a break. So good for you. Let's leave the right hand on the ground and take a side bend. Bring the left arm up and over. Make it as big of a side bend as you want. Inhale, let you stretch a little bit deeper towards the right. Exhale, ground the left sits bones down to the ground. Inhale, take that hand back to the ground. Take it to the other side. Inhale, lift the right hand, side bend to the left. You can incorporate the neck, looking up at the elbow. Exhale, bring the hand to the ground. Let's just take a little twist here before we start to move. Left hand on top of right knee, right hand behind the hip. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, gaze goes over the right shoulder. Another breath here. Move your body with the inhales and exhales. Inhale moves it back to center, and then we'll take it to the other side. Again, inhales lift you up tall. Exhales twist, gaze goes over the elbow, the shoulder. Inhale back to center. We'll come to hands and knees. So starting to move off the ground, and we'll continue to link the breath and the movement. So we'll take some, first make this feel really good. That's the other thing about yoga. When you have work stress is you can just make it feel really good by spreading your fingers wide, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, and notice every part of you that's touching the mat. That's grounding, like you're so grounded and supported right here. Lengthen the spine by sending the crown of the head towards the front edge of the mat and the tail towards the back. And then we'll link the breath and movement. So inhales, lift the chin, the chest, the tail to the sky. So you've got a cow back, a belly here, pointing towards the ground. And then exhale, bring the chin to the chest, curl the tail under. So your gaze is at your knees, cat back. And then we'll link up the 4 counts. So inhale, 4 counts, come into the cow belly, lifting the chin and the chest. Pause, and then exhale, curl everything in and under, come into the cat. Pause, take 2 more to your breath movement. Just paying attention to the way the breath moves the body, the way the breath feels in the nose and out the nose on that cycle. Move slow and intentionally. You're really here to take great care of yourself. Then come back to a neutral spine, so long spine, and we'll take some C shapes. So bump the hips left, gaze goes over the right shoulder. 4 counts. Really exhale all the air. Inhale back to center, and then exhale all the air to the other side. Hips to the right, gaze to the left. Take 2 more of those on your own, really matching up, pausing at the tops of the inhales and exhales, and noticing every movement in your body. 1 more. And we'll come back to center. Just curl the toes under, trying to get each toe touching the mat will be challenge enough, I think, right here for me. And then send the hips back, so you're stretching those toes out. Just a little transition before we come into down dog. Come back forward, and then we'll just curl the toe, keep the toes curled under, send the hips to the sky. Finding our way to our first down dog, pedaling out 1 foot and then the other, really deep bend into the opposite leg as your heel goes towards the ground. You can even link this with breath movement. You decide how it works for you. Inhales lift and exhales lower. Taking it slow so you can really enjoy the stretch in the back of the heels, calves. And if your heels don't come to the mat, no worries. That's just a direction. Find some stillness. Really push away from the mat. Again, feel grounded in your hands, sending the heels towards the mat. Noticing everything that's touching the floor. Feel supported. All right, on an inhale, we'll lift the right leg, just getting length in the back of the leg, enjoying that. And then exhale, bring the knee into the nose and hold it. Just hold here. Dome the back, squeeze everything together. That physical sensation is so good for releasing tension. And then look forward, drop the foot between the hands, or move it between the hands. Come down onto the left knee, uncurl the toes, and we'll just bring the hands to the heart. Kneeling crescent. Squeeze the knees together. So this can, if you want to take the hands up overhead and feel how balancy that can get, or leave them right here at heart center. Squeeze the knees together if this feels balancy for you. And then let's take the arms up to the sky. Gaze goes up. And then stack everything over tall so that your heart is over your pelvis, your chin is over your heart, and then we'll open up into T arms to the right. So spread your arms wide, twist to the right. Enjoy this. I got it maybe a little bit more balancy, so come back to squeezing the thighs together. Be right here on your mat, every single part of you. On an inhale, we'll lift the left arm up, bring the right hand down the back leg. Nice stretch. Again, got a little bit more balancy, so if you need to come back, just take it back to where you were. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach the right fingers closer to the mat. Exhale, bring the left hand down, right hand to the sky. Take this little twist. Inhale, lift the right fingers closer to the ceiling. Exhale, twist from the belly button. Exhale, bring the right hand down. We'll uncurl the left toes and come back to down dog. So both feet are at the back of the mat. Pedal it out again. Let that feel really good in the back of your legs. Push away from the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg. Lift it tall. Nice stretch. Doesn't matter how tall that leg goes. Just get as much space between the inner thighs as possible. Just a direction to work. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose, squeeze. Try to pull the heel up to the butt. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Look forward. Left foot comes between the hands, however you want to get it there. Lower onto the right knee. And when you're ready, inhale the hands to the heart. First step was here, getting steady. Lengthening the spine, tall, sit up tall, and then inhale the hands to the sky. Maybe we take a slight back bend, staying really steady by squeezing the thighs together. And then come back to center, bring the hands down, stack everything up, pelvis, heart, chin, and then we'll open the arms out to the left. Feeling that little wobble, get steady. Gaze goes over the left shoulder if possible, and then flip the right palm, reverse this. Really sending the right fingers up, left fingers down. Inhale, lift out of the side body. Exhale, reach towards the ground. Inhale, bring the right hand to the ground, left hand to the sky. Take the twist. 2 breaths here. Come back to the inhales, in through the nose, out through the nose. Bring the left hand to the ground. We'll step it back to down dog. Pedal it out. And let's bring the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes together. We're going to hit child's pose. Send the hips back. Forehead to the ground. Hands really stretched out wide. Bring your forehead right to the ground. Bring your mind back to the deep, deep inhales. 4 counts in through the nose. 4 counts out the nose. If your mind has wandered, remind yourself that you have permission to let go of those thoughts. You do not need them right now. They are not serving you on your mat. Feel how the inhales move your chest, lifting, expanding, and the exhale settle you further towards the floor. 2 more breaths, just like this. Let your hips be heavy. When you're ready, come back to tabletop. Just long enough to curl your toes under. Coming back into down dog. We're going to keep putting all of this together. Breath, movement, balance. Let's see where it takes us. On an inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring the hand right through between the foot, right between the hands. Pivot the left foot so we can come up to warrior 1. So nice lunge, left foot's pivot, 45-degree angle. On an inhale, bring the hands up overhead. You can come to heart center too if you're feeling like you want to check your balance here. Then arms come up overhead. Nice deep inhale, get tall. Exhale, sink lower. 1 more breath just like that, focusing on a deep lunge. Inhales, lift the upper body. Exhale, settle the lower body. From here, we're going to open up into warrior 2. So we'll make a little wider stance. Arms will come into T, and we'll twist a little bit towards the left wall. Now your back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Nice deep lunge. On an inhale, we're going to flip the right palm, reverse this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle deeper. Inhale, come back to, I'm going to flip for you. Come back to T arms. We'll bring the arms together. Left hand comes under the right arm. We're making eagle arms. And if you can wrap, great. If you can't, just bring your arms together in prayer, everything lined up. And now we'll inhale these eagle arms. Inhale, lift the elbows. Gaze goes up. Exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. Inhale, lift the elbows. Stretch the upper back. Exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. Next, inhale, unwind the arms. And we're going to straighten the left knee and reverse the arms. Reverse triangle. 2 breaths here. Gaze can go down at that back toe. But inhales, lift out of the side body. On an exhale, let's take it into triangle. Tipping forward. Nice straight legs. Trying to stack the arms. So maybe bring that left hand towards the back wall a little bit more. Nice deep inhale. Inhale, feel your chest rise. Exhale, let that right hand go down a little bit lower. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand down. We're going to frame the foot. And from here, let's rock the left foot up to meet the right. Okay. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Get a long back, long spine. Pull the belly up into the spine and then exhale, forward fold. You could put a lot of bend in your knees here, especially if it's earlier in the morning. Let the crown of the head sink towards the floor. Imagine any negative thoughts just rolling right off your shoulders, right off your head onto the mat. Send it away. We don't need that. On an inhale, we'll bend the knees and rise all the way up overhead. Bring the hands overhead. Exhale the hands to your heart center. Let's pause here just a moment. Hands can come at the sides, palms shining forward. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, send the shoulders down the back. Noticing here all four corners of the feet on the mat. Feel really supported. Maybe bend the knees and then lift them again. Nice grounding asana here. On an inhale, arms come back overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then come back to where you're at the front of the mat. Step both feet back to down dog. So we're right where we began. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, send the foot forward between the hands. Pivot the left foot 45-degree angle. We're coming into warrior one. Inhale, arms come up overhead or at heart center. So you can set this up really nicely. Deep lunge, strong feet. Inhale, arms up overhead. Nice, let's take a couple breaths here. Just feeling balancy, grounding our feet into the mat. Come back to the inhales and exhales. Inhales, lift your upper body. Exhales, sink you deeper. One more. Now we're gonna open up into warrior two. So adjust your feet. Right foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Arms come out into T. So just as we were getting all set here, we brought the hands in. This time left arm underneath for eagle arms. One wrap, two wrap, just hold your arms there, that's all great. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. Two more breaths just like that. You've got it. Feeling the shoulders spread apart. Feeling that stretch in the upper back. And letting the inhales expand and the exhales ground. Unwind the hands. We'll take reverse triangle. So straighten the left knee, reverse the hands. Yeah. Gaze can go up at the left elbow. Couple breaths here, just enjoying that release on the legs. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly transition into triangle. Gaze goes up at the right fingertips. Try to open the shoulders. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, send the shoulder blades together in the back of the body. Inhale back to T-arms. And then we'll just cartwheel the hands down. Step back to down dog. Pedal it out. And from here, we're gonna come into child's pose. So wide, knees as wide as the mat. Big toes come together. Send the hips back. And then straight, lengthen out the hands. Forehead to the mat. 5 breaths here. Just come back to your breath. Come back to being really present right here on your mat. Tell everything else it can wait for a few more moments. Get as heavy as your body will allow on the exhales. Just sink in. We're going to transition to our backs for this last little movement. So come onto your back. Any way you want to get there. Bring your knees up into your chest to start. Maybe rock a little side to side. It feels good on your back, hopefully. And then arms are gonna come into T, or they could be in cactus, something where they're out to the side. Go ahead and give yourself permission to let your chest open. And then we'll take the knees to the right first, all the way over to the right. Slowly, 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 releasing everything to the floor. Gaze goes over the left shoulder if your neck will allow. If not, you decide where it feels comfortable. And then from here, we've got about 10 breaths. And your only job is to focus on breathing in and breathing out and letting go of anything that's holding on. So maybe that means your knees slide a little further away from your elbow, or they pop up a little bit, but try not to push or hold. Kind of noticing what's holding on in the hips. A lot of our emotions stay in the hip area. That's just where they tend to rest. So if we can actively try to move and push things out of that space, then that's helpful. Just trust. I think you hear my dog snoring, so he's already at that sleepy point. You can close your eyes here and focus on the inhales and exhales. Two more breaths. Inhale back to center. Maybe rock it side to side just a little bit before you bring those knees to the left. Gaze to the right. Making any adjustments needed here. And then just start really focusing on the exhale so you can let go of any tension in your low back, hips, knees. Exhale, send that all just down and out into the ground. Maybe you even just start at the tip of your head and allow all of your body pieces and parts to relax. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the tip of your nose, where you can just focus on the inhales and the exhales. And if that seems very difficult, count the inhales and exhales. Whatever you can do to keep your mind right here so we can give all those thoughts a break. Take 2 more breaths. My dog Buddy is taking 2 more breaths very loudly. Inhale the knees back to the center. Give yourself a hug. Send yourself some gratitude for trying this with me. And we're gonna make our way to a seat. Maybe you roll up, maybe just roll over and sit up. Coming back to that comfortable seat that we started with. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing any changes that you feel just maybe in your energy, in your mood, in your mind. Maybe we feel a little lighter, or we found a little extra space. Just notice. And then close your eyes and bow your head in just for a moment to give yourself some gratitude for showing up, for recognizing your need maybe to do something about this stress that you're carrying around, finding a way to take care of yourself and give yourself a little break. And with that, thank you so much for showing up with me today. Have a great day. We've got 3 more practices for yoga for stress. I'd love to share them with you. I think by the end of the 4 sessions, you will have enough tools in your belt to know how to use the yoga practice to help relieve work stress. And you could use that with any of the videos that I have, or your own practice, or even if you're going into a studio for a live class, you will know how to bring what you need to the mat to use it to help you relieve your stress. So please keep tuning in, come back for all 4 sessions, and share your experience with me. Have a great day.